Hello everyone, good evening. Myself Arnab Ganguly, Assistant Professor of Electrical Engineering Department in Gargi Memorial Institute of Technology College. Today this is the class of Power Electronics, code Electrical 603. Now today our topic is 3-phase to single phase cycloconverter. In our previous classes of cycloconverter, we have discussed about the working principle and the constructions and how the single phase cycloconverter, single phase to single phase cycloconverter works in both step up and step down configurations. Now this is the 3-phase to single phase cycloconverter operations. Now we know that what is cycloconverter? The cycloconverter actually a device that converts a input frequency to the output at a different frequency. Now if we are considering about a cycloconverter, that what happens, the power, the input power at a particular frequency that is converting into the output power of different frequency. So this is the function of cycloconverter. Now for 3-phase to single phase cycloconverter, the name suggests that is a 3-phase input voltage from which the cycloconverters converts to a low frequency single phase output voltage. Now that actually it's a low frequency output, that means it is going to step down the frequency here. Now how it can be worked in the circuit, see that for the 3-phase to single phase cycloconverter, if we are considering about the 3-phase half wave rectifier circuits, the 3-phase half wave converter circuits, then what happens, this is the supply voltage waveform. Now this is the supply voltage waveform, that is the light colored shade envelope, that is actually the supply voltage waveform. That means this is the supply voltage, means the input voltage waveform. Now in this envelope, if we going to incorporate the output voltage waveform, then what happens, to get the single phase low frequency output from the 3-phase input voltage, we have to vary the firing angle progressively. Suppose, see here in the diagram, that is the output voltage waveform. So this is the point A where the firing angle alpha equal to 90 degree. So at point A, alpha firing angle equal to 90 degree. Now at point B, if we vary the firing angle in some manners, now then obviously the output voltage also going to be changed, the magnitude also going to be changed. Now see, by this, if we do the progressive variations of the firing angle, then what happens, we can get this type of curve. Now this is the curve of the output voltage, that is dark, that is the thick curve envelope that is actually going to express the output voltage waveform. So in this graph actually the input voltage and output voltage waveform both are incorporated into one. So this light shaded waveforms, that is the supply voltage input voltage waveform, and the output voltage waveform is the thick curved waveform. Now see, at A point the firing angle alpha equal to 90 degree. Now at B point, obviously from the diagram this is obvious that at B point the firing angle is somewhat less than the A. Now at C point the firing angle is again somewhat less than the B. At D the firing angle again somewhat less than the C. That means obviously we are going to vary the firing angle. Now by varying the firing angles, if suppose we are going to vary the firing angle by 15 degree, now this is 90 degree. Now if we are going to vary the firing angle in 15 degree, that means at B that is 75 degree, at C that is 60 degree, at D this is 45 degree, at E that is 30 degree, at F that is 15 degree, at G that is alpha equal to 0 degree. Now when alpha equal to 0 degree, suppose the output voltage V0 is expressed as V0 equal to V D0 cos alpha. Now we know that for alpha equal to 0 degree, that means this is the maximum magnitude of the output voltage, because cos 0 degree equal to 1, the maximum of cosine value. And when at A alpha equal to 90 degree, that means if we put that here, the output voltage is 0. That means the output voltage is also varied with the variations of the firing angle. Now at alpha 0 point, alpha equal to 0 degree firing angle, at point G, the V0 attains the maximum value. Now again after G, if we again going to delay the firing angle and introduce some delay in the firing angle, now again we can vary the firing angle and also vary the output voltage magnitude. Now see that, so G to H, again suppose we are doing 15 degree variations, H to I that is 30, again 15, that means total 30, I to J, that means at J point this is 45 degree, at K that is 60 degree, at L that is 75 degree, at M again it is alpha equal to 98 degree firing angle. That means we are going to vary the firing angle from 90 degree to 0 and again 0 to 90 degree. So by doing that, this thick curve is actually going to express the fabricated output voltage from the three-phase input voltage. The cycloconverter circuits actually going to convert that output voltage to a single phase low frequency, the input voltage to a single phase low frequency output voltage. And the gating circuit is such a designed circuit that is to introduce these progressive firing angle variations. Now see here we are getting a positive half cycle of output voltage. See from this, if we are going to consider, so this dotted line is actually the mean output voltage mean output voltage, that is expressed as mean output voltage. So this is the dotted line. Actually mean output voltage, when we are considering about the mean output voltage, we have to consider the average values. So at alpha 90 degree the V0 equal to 0, again at alpha 0 degree V0 equal to maximum. So we have to consider the average values, and by pertaining the average values, if we going to join that with the dotted line, we get a positive half cycle. Now this is the positive half cycle of the output voltage envelope. Now it is very much obvious, see this is the positive half cycle, that means one positive half cycle of output voltage we get, and in this particular angle, in this particular region, what is the number of half cycle for the supply voltage or input voltage? If you are considering, you can see that that is the 8 times of the output voltage. That means see here, from here you are considering from here, so that is 1 cycle, that is 2 cycle, that is 3 cycle, and that is complete 4 cycles. So complete 4 cycles means there is consisting of 8 half cycles. That means for a particular positive half cycle of output voltage waveform, there is 8 half cycles of the input voltage. That means if we considering the output voltage and input voltage, the frequency difference is F0, the output voltage frequency equal to 1/8 of supply frequency Fs. That means the frequency of the output voltage waveform is going to step down here. Now this is the manner we can get the single phase low frequency output from the 3 phase input voltage by using the 3 phase half wave cycloconverter circuits. Now suppose here this is a positive half cycle. Now if we are considering about a complete cycle, to get a complete cycle of output voltage, then the complete cycle means that consists of a positive half cycle and a negative half cycle. That means to get that positive half cycle and negative half cycle, we have to vary the firing angle in that manner. So here to get the positive half cycle, we vary the firing angle from alpha 90 degree to 0 degree and again 0 degree to 90 degree. So now if we are considering to get the negative half cycle, then the firing angle has to be varied from 90 degree to 180 degree and 180 degree to 90 degree. That means by that we can get the positive half cycle and negative half cycle. That means a complete cycle. Now if we considering about the circuit, say here two phase control converter circuits. That means here 3 thyristor circuits, here 3 thyristors that is connected. So this is a converter group, this is a converter group that is connected in anti-parallel mode through a reactor circuit, and here the load is connected. Actually the positive group means these thyristors are going to contribute about the positive half cycles of the output voltage, and these are going to contribute about the negative half cycles of the output voltage. That means this is the positive group of thyristors and this is the negative group of thyristors. Now why this reactor is connected, that is the question. Actually this circuit is actually going to perform like a dual converter circuits, and here what happens when we are considering about these two converter groups, that is actually if we are considering about the output voltage waveform, that is actually differentiated with respect to time. If we are going to consider the output voltage waveform with respect to function of time, there is a difference. So as there is a difference between these two converters, so there is obviously a potential difference occurs, because these two output, if you are considering the output voltage waveforms, that is actually there is a difference with respect to time. So there is a net potential difference between that, and a current is going to flow between these two converter circuit. Now to limit that current, we can use this reactor circuit. Now these two group of thyristor is now connected in anti-parallel mode. Now if you are considering about a full cycle waveform, what happens? See, so this is the full cycle waveform. Now see that from this point, if you are considered like the previous one again, so this is the alpha equal to 90 degree firing angle. Now we are going to vary the firing angle, we are going to introduce the delay in the circuits progressively, and that is varied, and so we are getting 90 to 0 degree and again 0 to 90 degree. We are going to vary the firing angle 90 to 0 and 0 to 90 degree by introducing the delay, by designing the gate circuit in that manner. Now this is the positive half cycle we get. So again here also this light curves, that is the input voltage curve, and that is the thick curve, that is actually the output voltage curve. Now after getting the positive half cycle, see here that is alpha equal to 90 degree. Now to get the negative half cycle, see alpha equal to 90 degree means cos 90 means we know that is 0, that means the output voltage is 0. Now to get the negative half cycle, we have to vary the firing angle from 90 to 180 and 180 to 90. So if we are doing that, again we get the output voltage waveform in negative envelope. The similar operations here, this is a positive envelope, this is the negative envelope. Actually for this what happens, see here for the positive envelope, this positive group is contributes, and now the negative envelope, negative group is going to contribute, and this thyristor is working. Now when the negative group thyristor working, we get the output voltage waveform in the negative envelope. So here you can see that if we are going to consider the average values, now this is the total cycle of a total complete cycle of a output voltage waveform. See here, this is the positive half cycle and this is the negative half cycle. So here we are getting the total full one cycle of output voltage waveform, that is a low frequency single phase output with respect to the three phase input voltage. Now if we are considering about the current, what happens? Actually cycloconverter circuits can deliver any type of power factor load here, that is designed for the lagging power factor, and so as that is a lagging power factor that is delivering the lagging power factor load, so that there is a phase angle delay between the phase angle difference between the voltage and current. So when the voltage output voltage is 0, obviously current is not in the 0 positions because there is a phase angle difference, and that is a lagging circuits, lagging power factor circuits. So that means the current is lagging to the output voltage. See, the current waveform, the current 0 and voltage 0 does not match for this reason, and this difference is the difference of load power factor angle, that is the phase difference between the current and voltage waveform. So the current waveform is also a sinusoidal waveform, but that is a phase angle difference with the voltage waveform. And now what happens? See, when the current in the positive group, see what happens here, when the output current is in positive mode, in the positive envelope, then the positive group thyristor going to contributes, and here there is two functions. See, when the output current is positive and the output voltage is also positive, then there is a rectifications performance occurred. So that means the circuit functioning like a rectifier. See, from this point to this point, see this is a dotted line, from this point to this point the output current is in positive envelope and the output voltage is also in positive envelope. See, so for this reason this is the rectifier like performance. But when the output current is positive but the output voltage is negative, or the vice versa, then the circuit is functioning like a inverter. See, here the output voltage is positive but the output current is negative. So up to these portions the circuit is functioning like a inverter. And again here you can see the output current is positive, but after this the output voltage is negative. So up to this is functioning like an inverter. Now again in the negative group there is the similar thing. When the negative half cycle the output current is negative, that means the negative group converters going to contributes, and see this output current is negative and the output voltage is also negative, then the rectifications performance occurs. And when the output current is negative but after this point the output voltage is in positive envelope, that means the inverter performance is happened. So this is the criteria and performance of these cycloconverter circuits, and obviously the alpha P plus alpha n, that means the firing angle for the positive group converters and the firing angle for the negative group converters, that summations obviously should be 180 degree to get the proper output voltage waveform. So that is the three phase to single phase cycloconverter operations. So we are getting the single phase low frequency output from a three phase input voltage, and here the frequency is going to step down. And when we are considering about this current and voltage waveform, we also explaining the function of inverter circuits and function as a rectifier circuit. Function as an inverter circuit, function as a rectifier circuit. When the output voltage and the output current both is in positive or negative envelopes, that means these are the rectifications scheme. But when output voltage is positive or but output current is negative or the vice versa, then the circuit is actually performing like an inverter. So that's all. This is the 3-phase to single phase cycloconverter operations. Next class we will considering about the 3-phase to 3-phase cycloconverter operations. Thank you.